Greetings, welcome to another Q&A meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of charity, morality, and meditation. Everybody is welcome to join. If you have any question, please send them in one at a time. Please be precise and brief. If this is your first time, please let me know where you come from. Also, let me know how the audio is doing, audio and video. I will start reading your question and comment. The first one is by Nabiti. Namaskar Ajahn. Him Echua Satu. Bilim Suki Hotu Tanajan Satu. Liberty Lee, good day Tanajan. Good day to you. Adeline Chin Satu. Adeline Chin. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. I Yi Namaskar Jan. Terence T.H. Lee, wishing Tanajan well and happy. Thanks for your Dhamma teaching. You're welcome. Jane Austen, thanks. Thank you. Thank you in advance for this Dhamma talk. I am in the USA, but a Sri Lankan Buddhist. You're welcome. Handy Box, good day Ajahn. Good day to you. Asing, greetings Ajahn and everyone. May all be free from mental and physical sufferings. Thank you. Kenneth Hunt, good morning Ajahn. You are clear. Thank you. Jacqueline Tan, greeting dear Ajahn. Audio and video clear. Thank you. Rusli Alam Saya. Namaskar Ajahn. Alvin Lee Wei Peng. Good afternoon, Ajahn. I'm Alvin Lee. Nandapat from Suwong, Namaskar with my respect. Video and audio are clear. Thank you for your teaching. You're welcome. Juliana Wu, Satu. Free Cruier. Audio and video good project. Good day from New Zealand. Thank you. Kwan Batum Napa, Satu. Joanne Lim Chu. Joanne Lim Chu Yin. Good afternoon, Ajahn. May you be well and happy and healthy. Thank you. Chumpu MTR Satu. Si Suriwe T. Si Suriwe Wati. Satu Satu. Adeline Chin. We can hear you loud and clear. My question today, you have duty to your family and need to take care of their needs and well-being, but putting meditation ahead of your duties. May I know if this is okay, Ajahn? Can I get Ajahn rights on this? Thank you. It depends on how essential your duties is. If you can let them do their duties, then maybe you can then have more time for your meditation. It depends on how much they need your help. Without your help, they can suffer, then you must help them first. But if they can get along without your help, then maybe you can do some meditation for yourself. So you have to find the right balance between other people's need and your own need also. As long as you don't make anybody suffer, that's the best decision. You don't suffer and they don't suffer. If you can make it as a win-win situation. If not, then if they really rely on you to help them, then maybe you have to help them first until the time when they no longer need your help. Then you can then help yourself. Enilam Satu, Carmen CH, good afternoon, Ajahn. May you be well and healthy always. Thank you. Liberty Lee, Tan Ajahn, is musician a good livelihood as a Buddhist? It's not considered a bad livelihood, but not the ideal livelihood either. But it's not considered to be a bad one. It's not an ideal one. Because you are involved with sensual pleasures. Sini Jira, video and audio is clear. Thank you. Jobu, Satu, Ante. Thank you. Question from David Nielsen. David Nelson. I can ordain since I have diabetes and need insulin. How can one live in the world and still let go enough to end rebirth? You need to practice meditation, mindfulness, and wisdom. If you can meditate until your mind becomes happy, then the conditions of your body won't make much difference. You can take it or leave it. And this will help you let go of the body and not having any rebirth. So you have to try to develop yourself in meditation. Develop mindfulness first and then meditate until you can make your mind calm, peaceful, and happy. Then you will then don't have to need the body, use the body to make you happy. And if you don't need the body anymore, then you will not take rebirth in the future. Lim Ho, Satu, Satu, Satu. Chalam Chai, Satu. Kim Lun Chu, Satu, Satu. Pat Choi Chong, Satu, Satu. Kim Lun Chu, good afternoon, Ajahn. Good afternoon to you. Question number 2 from David Nelson. I meditate with Anapanasati on average 4 hours a day and experience powerful bliss and light. But I still craving for companionship and an intimate relationship with a Buddhist partner. What is a wise way to end all suffering while living in the world? Is celibacy required even though I can ordain? Well, you have to develop the supra contemplation, the contemplating on the unpleasant aspect of the body. Look at the body in an unpleasant way. If you can look at the body as unpleasant, such as looking inside under the skin of the body, discover what's inside the body, for instance. Under the skin, if you can peel the skin out and the flesh out, you'll see all the organs. You'll see the skeleton, see all the organs such as the heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, and intestines. Try to contemplate on this unpleasant aspect of the body. Then your desire for companionship will be gone, will disappear. Then you can live alone, happy, without having to have a partner. So after you come out of your meditation, you should contemplate on the 32 parts of the body, or the 10 corpses. Looking at the body when the body turns into corpse, see how it deteriorates, see how it dissolves, decay. If you can do this, you will not have any sexual desire. So you maintain celibacy automatically. Adi Aha Satu. Patricia Shin. Good afternoon, Ajahn. Good afternoon to you. Tony Yip Satu. Chunwei, thank you very much for your teaching of Dhamma, Ajahn. May you be free from harm and danger. May you have long life and healthy life. Satu, Satu. Nong Min, Satu, Satu. Jane Austen. Ajahn, can a person dedicate merit to someone who is still alive, or is merit only to be shared with deceased? Yes, merit can be shared with the deceased. With the living person, you should invite them to do merit themselves. That's because doing the merit, when you are alive, you get a lot more merits than when you are dead. When you are dead, you can only share just a fraction of the merit. But if you're still alive, you will get all of the merit that you make. So for a living person, you should, if you want them to be happy, you should give them things to make them happy. They can receive gift from you, which is equal to merit for the spiritual being. Being cannot accept gift of material things. They can only accept merit. But with living person, you can give them merit in the form of gift, of present, of things. This way is the way of making them happy. Or you can invite them to a dinner, give them meal, give them some money or something, if you want to make the person happy. But with a spiritual being, you cannot invite it to a meal or give it any present. So you can only share the merit that you make, which is only very, very little, very small. Compare what you can give to a living person. Kenneth Tan Kibak, greeting Ajahn, may you be well and happy. Thank you. Chitta Sati, dear Ajahn, bowing to you. During meditation, I used to open my eyes a while if I became very sleepy or restless. This is fine, and most of the time, I can recite Buddha when I am walking or doing some other casual activities. However, I am not sure if this is my habit only or my mindfulness is strong. Usually I need 3 to 5 seconds to realize and drag my mind back if a strong delusion rises. Thank you. If you have to open your eyes to get rid of your sleepiness or restlessness, that's fine. But once you are no longer sleepy or restless, then you should meditate closing your eyes. Because if you don't, your mind will not be able to enter into calm fully. You want the mind to fully enter into samadhi, you have to close your eyes. Adeline Chin, thank you so much for your explanation, Ajahn. I will do my best to find the balance. Christine Coe, and Ajahn, good day to you. May you be well and happy, and thanks so much for your explanation. You are welcome. Carmen C.H. Ajahn, is it anxiety or panic attack? Can be cured by mindfulness meditation. In medical, according to doctor, they just prescribe medicine to suppress it. Is it part of a genetic disorder from family? Because my father and uncle have anxiety disorder, and they just stay at home and fear of going out. No, this is a mental illness, and it's not genetic. It is karmic. It is something that you developed in your past life. With the lack of mindfulness and understanding about the impermanent nature of things, this causes you to have panic or anxiety. So the first thing you should do is to develop mindfulness and meditate to calm your mind. Then your panic attack will be temporarily subdued. And after you come out with meditation, you have to reflect or contemplate on the impermanent nature of things around you and things that you have, that everything is impermanent. Everything is not under your control. Sooner or later, you will have to lose everything, including your body. If you can see the truth and accept it, then you will no longer be afraid or have any anxiety. The reason you have anxiety or fear is just because you don't want to accept reality. You don't want to accept the truth. So you have to teach your mind that life is impermanent. Everything is impermanent. Sooner or later you will have to lose everything. But it doesn't matter because you still can, you still have yourself, your mind. You will never lose your mind if you have mindfulness and wisdom. So these are the two methods of curing your anxiety or panic attack. First, you develop mindfulness and then meditate until your mind becomes calm and peaceful and free from anxiety or panic attack temporarily. And when you come out of meditation, then you should teach your mind to let go, to accept everything is changing, everything is rising and ceasing. Everything comes and goes. Nothing lasts forever. If you can tell your mind, teach your mind this, and if your mind can accept it, then it will not be afraid of anything anymore. It won't be afraid of losing its life, the body. Liberty Lee, Tanajan, can you give us example of good livelihood based on original Buddha teaching? Well, the best livelihood is being a monk. That's the best livelihood. Next is to be teachers or doctors, do business that dealing with the four living requisites of life, building homes, making clothing, medicine, or food. These are good livelihood, dealing with the four basic requisites of life, because this is beneficial to everybody and doesn't hurt yourself either. But if you have business in the livelihood in the entertainment business, you are dealing with vices or sensual pleasures. This can be harmful to your mind. To Tan Peng, hi Ajahn, need your advice. In Buddha teaching, association with someone you dislike is suffering. However, the someone is your mother and sister, which I cannot avoid to break contact. I would like to support and hopefully my mother at last stage of life, 85 years old, can be uncomfortable and will pass away peacefully. However, as they are very unpleasant people, even mother and sister, it's very suffering to me, and my mind will sometimes stray away into ill will and unpleasant thoughts. Should I exit this environment so that my mind will not go into ill will? Thank you, Ajahn. You should reflect on the benefit they have done for you. Your mother gave you birth. Without her, you will not be able to exist today. You have to contemplate on the benefit that she had done for you. Think about the benefits all the time. Then instead of hating her, you will like her, and you can forgive her action, however unpleasant her action might be. When you look at her, at the benefit that she did for you, then it will make you like her, love her, and want to be near and close to her. Because without her, you will not be able to live today, to exist today. She gave you birth and she raised you up, support you. So you have to think of the positive thing that she did for you. Same way with your father or with everybody. Try to look at everybody in the positive light. Then instead of feeling aversion for them, you will have attraction for them. James Song, greeting Ajahn, greeting to you. Teddy Augustine, Vandami Ajahn. Mandala Shi, thank you. Pasna Chuna Sevi, greeting Venerable Ajahn. Ajahn, I apologize because today I will have some questions that may be too stupid to ask. Try it. Question number 1. If someone intends to borrow someone else's money, but without the owner knowing, and after a long time that person finally returns the money to the owner, does that include breaking the precept? If you take the money away without permission from the owner, you are stealing. Yes, so you are breaking the precept. Second question, does drinking alcohol, even if it's just a little, is considered breaking the precept? Yes, even 1 drop is considered breaking the precept. Question number 3. In the 8th precept, for example, if you accidentally touch the opposite sex, does it break the precept? No, not yet. You have to have sexual intercourse with them. Patsy Chung, Satu Satu. Question number 4 from IE. If one often breaks the precept but then realizes that it is wrong and starts practicing the precept and meditation, and that person attains holiness, yes. What is past is gone. So what matters is now, here and now. What do you do now? If you can keep the precept and meditate, you can also attain to holiness. Bruce Lee, Chinese character, I'm not sure who. Thank you for your Satu, Satu. Bruce Lee Alam Saya, question from Indonesia. Question number 1. Is it good manner for students to put the body of teacher who are fully empty into coma for many years? While intention of student may vary, would it be better for student to give the beloved teacher a final release? It really doesn't matter what you do with the teacher's body. The body is just like a doll, a mannequin. So it doesn't have any consciousness. It doesn't know what is happening to it. So you can do whatever you want with the body. Lil Lim, Satu. Terry Shi, Good morning, Tanajan. May you be well and happy. Have a very long, healthy, and peaceful life. Thank you. With metta and karuna. You're welcome. Question from Elisa from Indonesia. Question number 1. Is that normal when someone is in the middle of doing something, like washing dishes or driving? Suddenly a part of the parita, could be any line from any sutta, recite automatically in the mind on its own. Yes, it's possible. When the person suddenly awake later on, she realizes that she is in the middle of doing something. But why there is an intermezzo of parita in mind? Do we need to stop this? If yes, how? It just means that you don't have enough mindfulness, maybe. So try to maintain mindfulness. Then you will be fully awake. But when you lack mindfulness, this thing can happen in your mind. So try to stay mindful all the time by keeping watching what your body is doing at the moment. Number 2, from Elisa, question number 2. As a lay person, I have been trying to do dana and 5 precepts daily, a precept on Uposatha days, for a couple of years now. Meanwhile, the samadhi is on and off. What can I do to improve the samadhi? It seems like I'm stuck. You have to do more mindfulness and meditate more. You should maintain mindfulness all day long, from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep. Keep focusing on something such as a mantra, or on your body movement, on your body activity. And then when you have nothing else to do, then you should sit down and meditate for as much as possible. Then your meditation will improve. Free Kruya. Dear Tanajan, how do we practice anatta in meditation? You don't practice anatta in meditation. When you meditate, you practice mindfulness. You practice anatta when you come out of meditation. After you come out of meditation, you can then teach yourself, teach your mind that everything in this world is anatta, has no self. Everything is a natural process or work of nature, and you cannot interfere. Like they are like the weather, they change, they come and go. So you should not be attached to anything if you contemplate on anatta, because you cannot attach to the weather. You cannot tell the weather when to rain and when not to rain. Question number 5. If someone from IE, question number 5, someone's bad habit will carry over in the next life. How do we stop bad habit in our past life? By change your habit from bad habit to good habit. If you used to smoke, you stop smoking. If you used to drinking, you stop drinking. So this is changing of habit by not doing the bad habit. When you stop doing the bad habit, then eventually the bad habit will disappear from your mind. Kwan Lee Man, dear Tanajan, with respect, why is mindfulness so important that we have to keep mindfulness from the moment we wake up to the time we sleep. Because mindfulness is the controller of the mind. With mindfulness, you can control the mind. You can stop the mind from doing bad things, and you can direct the mind to go do good things. You can stop the mind from thinking. You can calm the mind. So it's very important. It's like the braking system of an automobile. If you don't have a braking system in your automobile, you will not be able to stop your automobile when you have to. But with mindfulness, the same way, you can stop anger, you can stop greed, you can stop hatred, you can stop delusion, you can stop every action of the mind, but only temporarily. If you want to stop the mind permanently, the next step is to develop wisdom, to teach the mind which action is good and which action is bad, so that it will stop doing bad action and do only good action. Handy box. If one died without anyone performing chanting at funeral, will the deceased be able to attain Nibbana? Yes, chanting does not help the one who died. What helps one who died is his or her karma when he or she is still living. So the chanting of monks are just rituals. There is no need to chant actually in a funeral. Once a person is dead, you just dispose the body any way you like. Bury, burn, leave it in the forest and let it rot. It doesn't matter which way, how you get rid of the body. But the mind, whether it goes to Nibbana or not, depends on whether it practices the practice of charity, morality, and meditation or not. I.e., question number 6. Seeing the ant being carried away by the water, we intend to save it, but instead let the ant die. Does it break the precept? If you have no intention of killing, it is not breaking the precept. But it should teach you a good lesson not to interfere. Sometimes it's better not to interfere if you help them into a disaster. So next time you have to think before you try to help whether you can really help or not. If you cannot help, then you just have to let it be. Because it might makes it worse. Your help might make things worse than better. If that's the case, then you should do nothing. Ui po hoa, satu satu. Bruce Lee Lamsaya, leave the teacher's body alone. Thank you very much, Ajahn. You're welcome. Ui po hoa, satu satu. Cindy Tan, satu. Megawati Rao, satu. It's raining right now here, not heavy, just moderate rain. This couple of days we have been having quite a lot of rain. It's nice and cool. It's not to the point of flooding yet. Christian Law, may Ajahn be well, happy, and healthy, healthy. Thank you. Juan Lehman, Ajahn, are there different methods in mindfulness that we apply in developing samadhi and vipassana? For example, in developing samadhi, we are mindful of the breath. and using a mantra. How about in developing vipassana? In vipassana, you use the three characteristics of existence. You contemplate on the impermanent nature, the dukkha nature, or the anatta nature of things. Or you can contemplate on asutta, the 32 parts of the body. Or you can contemplate on the 10 types of corpse. So it depends on your level of contemplation. If you want to get rid of the attachment of the five khandha, you have to study the nature of the five khandha, the body feelings, such as the body and feeling, as being anicca, dukkha, anatta. Terishi, stay warm and be safe, Ajahn. It sounds like heavy rain at Pattaya. Not so heavy right now. Question from Xiu Ju from Singapore. There are certain societies or groups that use the defilements of people, strength and weaknesses, to undermine communities or war against one another. Is there anything we can do to alleviate the situation? We can use the metta, karuna, or mudita. The Buddha said we should live together with metta, with loving kindness, with compassion, and with sympathetic joy towards each other, and with equanimity. So this is what we should use when we live in a community. Then people in the community will be safe and sound and happy. Eli Hassan, good day. Ajahn, good day to you. Chitta Sati, dear Ajahn, during meditation I feel my body has been united with external environment like heavens and earth, like nailed to the ground. Is this right? It doesn't matter. Just let it be. It's not significant or essential. Sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't happen. If it does happen, just ignore it. What you want in your meditation is a calm and peaceful mind. Everything else are not important, whether you get it or not. Sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. Hong Bi Chin, following. Thank you, good to see Mom say. Thank you. Ayi, question 7. Is silence and not saying something that we know, is it called lying? No. If you don't say anything, then you're not lying. Lina, Jalina, Satu Satu. Question from Michael Fong from Singapore. Question number 1. What to do in meditation if I lose sense of my body and it seems to be tossing about in space? Ignore it. Don't pay attention to it. Just focus on your meditation object only. Disregard everything. Don't pay attention to them. Concentrate on your meditation object only. What you want is your mind to be fully concentrated, calm, peaceful, and happy. Question number 2 from Michael Fong. What to do in meditation if I lose sense of my body? This is the same question. What should I do in meditation if I lose sense of my body and feeling that something bad will happen to the sense? Just let it be. Don't worry about it. It cannot affect you. It cannot hurt you. These are all distractions to your meditation, to your concentration. If you pay attention, then you will not be able to achieve the result of your meditation. So you should ignore everything that appears during meditation except your meditation object. Pay attention only to your meditation object. I hope you can still hear me because the room is now quite noisy with the sound of the rain. If you have difficulty listening to me, please let me know. I know I have to speak louder now because of the noise inside the room. So it might sound like I'm speaking very loud to you. But I'm sorry. I have to try to speak louder than the sound of the rain. Saying loud and clear, Ajahn. Thank you. Jane Austin, we can hear you. Thank you. Shaking hand, can still hear you fine. Ajahn, thank you. Kenny Buck, is it safe to meditate outdoor nature park or temple? Thank you. When you meditate, sometimes you don't worry too much about safety. Of course, you have to know that the place where you meditate is safe enough. But anything can happen, right? And meditator like one usually likes to meditate in places where it seems to be a little bit dangerous even. Because the danger around can help you maintain better mindfulness. So if you meditate outdoor, you have to consider the safety first. If it's not safe, then you should not meditate. But if it's safe, but at the same time something can happen, then that's okay. You want to have something a little bit to scare you, to force you to meditate. Like meditating in a cemetery, meditating in the wild forest, for instance. So it depends on whether you're ready for these surroundings or not. If you're not, then you should meditate inside first. But if you want to test your mind to see whether you can let go of your attachment to your body, then you might want to meditate outside somewhere where it's not quite safe, to see whether you're still afraid or not. COSC, no problem, Ajahn, audio still okay, thank you. Heavenly Awakening, can still hear you, Ajahn, Sadhu. Christine Coe, Long Paul can hear you clearly, thank you. Bruce Lee Aram Sayat, still can hear you, Ajahn, thank you. Go Chin Chuan, audio is good, thank you. Juan Lehman, Ajahn, most of the time my mind is empty and not much thought, but don't have continuous mindfulness in noting the activities throughout the day. What should I do? Concentrate more, focus more, so keep watching your activity, your body activity. Even your mindfulness is not yet continuous. You want to maintain mindfulness, continuous mindfulness. Then it will be strong. Then you will be strong and be able to control your thoughts and emotions. Chitta Sati. Dear Ajahn, sorry, just out of curiosity, I watched the daily Vinapata video for one person. Ajahn only touches his food bag with your arm cover and does not accept the food. Not sure if it is because he does not want to offer his food or is this some special ritual arrangement. Thank you. It depends on the situation. Sometimes you can just touch. All they want is for me to touch the food that they offer. And then someone else will then take it away from me. So it's more or less it's a kind of ritual in a way to to let the person know that I have accepted their offering. That's all. All I have to do is just touch it. Sometimes you cannot put all the things inside the bowl. So sometimes you put it on the bowl cover instead. I thank you very much, Ajahn, for your teaching. You're welcome. Patarapan Vosu Sadhu Sadhu. Any box. Meditation does. Meditation done outdoor will the spirit disturb or harm us. If so, how can one protect ourselves? No, nothing can harm us except our delusion, our defilement, our lack of mindfulness. So as long as we maintain mindfulness, nothing can harm us. Question from Simone Cole. Simone Cole, Ajahn said it's better that a Buddha statue is placed in separate room, like a shrine. If the house is very small, consists of small area, whereby there is only a place of sleeping and toilet. There are no dining area or living room. And husband and wife do have intimate activities in this case. It's better not to have any statue at all. And do we bow and pray to the Buddha in our heart? Yes, it's better not to have a Buddha statue. If you can find a suitable place to place it. Then you can pay respect by bowing in your heart. I.e. Namaskar Ajahn. Sebastian Lee, thank you for all the teaching. You're welcome. And Sui Hong, Sadhu Sadhu. The Buddha said the best way to pay respect to the Buddha is by practicing his teaching. Practice dana, sila, and bhavana. Then you are paying respect to the Buddha. Liberty Lee Ajahn is music teacher a good livelihood as a Buddhist sadhu. As I told you before, it's not as good as other livelihood, like being teacher of Dhamma or teacher of physics or mathematics, for instance. Because music is a form of sensual pleasure. We should try to avoid sensual pleasure as much as possible. And so, do a livelihood that have to deal with the essential things that the body needs, like food, medicine, clothing, and shelter. So that the Ajahn is using the order to prevent smoking, and that's now against the ethics and no. And we use it to, it's like taking a bath, taking a shower. You have to clean the body from time to time, or else you will not be able to associate with people, be close to people. Again, so good afternoon, Kanada. Good afternoon to you. Adeline Chin, the families who are affected by storm by losing their home and some in their life. Does it mean that karma taking effect on them? How do we help them to stay positive and move on in their life? Sometimes losing something doesn't mean it's the consequence of the bad karma. It's just part of the law of impermanence. If you live in this world, you are under the law of impermanence, which is you can lose things. You can lose your home, you can lose your possession, and you can lose your life. This is not bad karma, the consequence of bad karma. It's the consequence of living in the world of anicca. If you don't want to have this, then don't be born in this world. Liberty Lee, thank you, Ajahn. The world is full of sensual desire attachment. Can't help. You can stay away from it. Using mindfulness and meditation, then you will be able to stay away from sensual desire. Nina Gina, Ajahn kindly advise as lay devotee how to support and follow Buddha Sakuna by following the teaching of the Buddha, by keep practicing dana, sila, and bhavana. Sebastian Lee, dear Ajahn, is there schedule where I can do a retreat in the temple? You can ask my assistant by sending your email to assistant Ajahn Suchart, and they can provide you with a schedule in the temple. Or maybe one of my assistant can send you this information when they see your question. So that day, Ajahn, you had once mentioned that it's essential to have an enlightened teacher to guide us to Nirvana. How do you differentiate if a teacher is enlightened or not? By his reputation. If you hear that this is a good teacher, then this is only one way of telling you whether this teacher is good or not, or enlightened or not. So you have to read the comment by people who know this teacher. If there's a lot of positive comments, then it's probably correct that teacher is a good or enlightened teacher. You have to follow his reputation, his or her reputation. Sebastian Lee, thank you, Ajahn. Ruthie Alamsaya, question number 2 from Indonesia. The Ajahn is selling my own body parts such as blood, sperm, is considered as good livelihood. I am going to use the money for helping myself and someone else. Well, it's like a win and lose situation. You lose something and you win something. So you don't gain anything. It's one plus and one minus. Doing something like this. If you want to get it plus, you should donate blood instead of selling blood. Then you will get merit from doing this. If you want to help somebody with money, you should find some other kind of work better, because you don't want to hurt your own body in the process. You want to protect and look after your body, your well-being of your body. You don't want to destroy your body. Chitta Sati, dear Ajahn, just a quick update about my fasting. Today is the second of my 3 days fasting, 1 day, 1 meal. Yeah, by fasting, it saves a lot of time to practice more. And as for Sukha, I start contemplating on all things. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, we have about 3 more minutes left. So if you haven't yet typed your question, I think you will have to wait until next week. But if you are already typing your question, you can continue on typing and then send it in. I have about 3 more minutes left to answer your question. Juliana Wu, thank you. Okay, it looks like it's about time for me to say goodbye. Thank you for your participation. I hope this meeting will help you advance in your practice. If you have any more questions, please wait until the next time, which will be next week. In the meantime, please stay safe, stay mindful, and keep on practicing. And if all goes well, I'll see you again at the same time next week. Thank you and goodbye.